Hey, what's up everybody? Gilbertblaze back with another video. So as you saw last night, season 3 of NXT premiered, and I want to give my thoughts on it because I thought it was a decent show. Now let's start with the beginning. All the girls came out to get introduced, and Vicky came out last, of course, introduced her new rookie, which was a girl named Caitlyn. Now apparently Caitlyn was an FCW under a different name, so I tried to find out information on her, but I really haven't found out any much information about her, so she's completely unknown. I don't know if she was a wrestler in the indie scene, or was she a fitness model, or some kind of model of some sorts, but from the looks of her, she does seem like she has like a thick size to her, which is good. It's not like the Barbie doll type of size, so she should be kind of interesting to watch. But on to Alicia really fast. So apparently, you know, the reports have it that some erotic like photos of hers was surfacing on the internet, and WWE found out about that. So on top of her lack of experience being very green, they pretty much took her off of NXT, but they didn't officially fire her. She's still under contract, so the best thing for her to do is to go to FCW and train some more. But if this is true about the erotic photos, then I guess because of them being PG-13, they didn't feel like it would suit well for their show or for people to talk about that. But I still think she has some sort of potential. From the matches I saw of her on the YouTube, yeah, some of that was sloppy matches she had, but she has some potential there if she gives the training like very seriously and she gets, you know, more like, you know, a little more tight in the ring. So it remains to be seen what happens with her. I still have a funny feeling that maybe throughout the season she might pop up and give Vicky Guerrero a little surprise, but that remains to be seen. So on to the rookies. You have Naomi Knight, you have AJ Lee, you have Jamie Keys, and you have Maxine, and then you also have Caitlyn, and Aksana. I can't forget about Aksana. So at first they talked about going straight into a challenge, which I thought, damn, why can't they do a wrestling match first? So it kind of, you know, later on down in the show, it made kind of sense why they did that first. But they went straight for a challenge, which was a dance challenge. And so apparently this season, challenges are going to be worth a lot more. Whoever wins the most challenges will win immunity. And at first I thought it was going to be on for 5 weeks, but apparently now they're going to go for 4 weeks, and then they're going to eliminate the person. So maybe they cut a new deal with Sci-Fi to continue the show on Sci-Fi for them to go, you know, 4 weeks and then do the first elimination. So they had a dance off, which was kind of funny. You know, Michael Cole was definitely the funny part of that whole segment. You know, he was like he's been really good as a heel on NXT. I gotta say, I've been giving a lot of Michael Cole a lot of grief for the past few years of being a horrible commentator, but he really had come into his own a little bit being a heel the past 2 seasons on NXT. So I've really been enjoying his commentary there, but not on Raw. But yeah, they had a little dance off, and you know, Naomi being the Orlando Magic, you know, former cheerleader, former dancer, she shined in that challenge, obviously, so she won the first challenge. And then they had a tag match, so we got to see the girls finally go at it. Tag match between Naomi and Kelly versus Alicia and Maxine, who was under the name Liviana in FCW. So Naomi was definitely impressive. I mean, she was definitely the star of the match. I like the move she did when she put Alicia Fox in a headlock, and then she bounced off the rope into like a slingshot sunset flip, which was pretty impressive to look at. And then, you know, you can tell this girl is athletic. You can tell this girl has this athletic ability that's like ready to just burst out and, you know, do some good stuff. And she was definitely good in the match. Now, the ending was extremely, you know, clusterfuck. Like, something happened there. You know, she gave Maxine a small package, and the referee did count to 3, but Alicia Fox came in late, and then Kelly, maybe it was just a big mix-up there. Maybe like the referee didn't signal that the match was over. The girls kept continuing fighting, so it was just a little bit of a clusterfuck there in the end. But, you know, Naomi got the win and Kelly got the win. So far, Naomi's 2-0 in the season premiere. So then they talked about having another challenge. So I'm thinking, damn, 2 challenges and only 1 match. But thankfully, they had another match right after that. So it was a good balance of 2 challenges, 2 matches per show. I guess they're going to do it like that, which will be reasonable, will make sense, because they don't want to have like a whole bunch of matches when I guess the crowd may not be completely into it. So the second challenge was capture the flag race, and basically they went throughout the aisleways and a little bit into the arena, which I thought was kind of smart, because let them go through the fans so the fans can seem like they're kind of getting more interactive with the fans there. So once again, Naomi shined. I mean, she was completely athletic, like leaping and everything, and she completely dominated. So, you know, good for her. She went 3-0 on the season premiere. She definitely was the star of the night. Definitely by far. I mean, I think she already won the whole NXT, I think. I mean, she really made a huge impact in one show. So, gotta say, you know, I've got to mention also throughout that match, they had a tag match, Maxine was not very impressive at all. You know, I've seen her wrestling matches at FCW, wasn't really impressed by them, but she does have decent mic skills. So, it remains to be seen if she can get her act together within the next few weeks, but I still think she might be the first one eliminated. So, they had another match. It was a mixed tag match, which was really good. You know, Goldust and Aksana versus Primo and AJ. Now, going back to Goldust and Aksana, they look like they really complement each other very well. You know, she first came out with a gold dress, with Goldust being gold and black, and then her introduction to herself was extremely funny. Like, those of you who don't know, Aksana has her own show on FCW, like her own interviewing show, and it's just extremely funny. Like, the girl is like comedy gold, but her look, she looks like a cross between Trish Stratus and Maurice. So I think if they package her right, she might be very popular with the WWE fans. But the accent, I think she was putting on the accent a little bit strong there to have like this kind of dumb, you know, European kind of, look to her, or like just act to her. And I like her. Now, her in-ring performance wasn't that particularly great. You know, they kind of botched on one move when like AJ tried to go for like, you know, into like kind of like a setup for like a bulldog reverse. They botched that the first time, but the second time around they did it, even though I think Aksana kind of oversold the move. But it was still a decent match that showcased AJ Lee, and AJ Lee is a great talent. For those of you who don't know, she's been on the indie scene for a few years now. She dated Jay Lethal. I'm not sure if they're still together or not, but you know, she has a good background to her. Now, she's a small, petite girl. I think she's not even 100 pounds, but she can do a lot in the ring, and I hope they showcase her a lot in some really good matches. But by far, definitely, I thought AJ Lee and Naomi Knight did what I expected them to do. They showcased those two girls first. They did very well in their matches, and Naomi was definitely the showstopper. And on to the other girls, you know, we didn't get to see Jamie Keys that much. She gave a little introduction. Now with Jamie, she has a great muscular look. I like that she's muscular and feminine. And, you know, she was the former announcer last season. But going back to another announcer, you know, the old ECW announcer, Savannah, to those of you who don't know, you know, she was released a few months ago, and she was an extremely good wrestler. Her FCW matches was great. I mean, she was like the top girl in FCW, and she got the call up and never once got a chance to have a wrestling match on television. She did work a few house shows with Beth Phoenix, but I thought, what a shame. I mean, she was a really, really good talent, I thought, and the WWE dropped the ball on her, and they released her, and, you know, she would have been great on NXT, but unfortunately she didn't get that. But I do think Jamie, from what I've seen of her on FCW, she has potential. I just like her look a lot. I like the fact that she looks like she's been in the gym and she can take bumps. And this other girl, Caitlyn, it seems like her and Vicky are going to have this hot and cold relationship where Vicky's going to be extremely aggressive and extremely hard on her, and Caitlyn's going to be like a fuck up and do all these mistakes. You know, I really like the segment afterwards when, you know, Vicky told her pro to attack AJ, and it all backfired, and, you know, Vicky got, you know, egg on her face, basically. You know, Vicky is such a great heel. I mean, she can just say two words, excuse me, and just ignite the whole crowd and just boo her out the building. Vicky is just gold. I mean, she is such heel heat that it's great. You know, she can be a great manager for anyone and get them over because she's so hated. But I thought the first episode was very decent. It wasn't a train wreck. It wasn't extremely bad. I thought it was decent. I was, you know, entertained by the show. If they do the whole format of 2 matches and 2 challenges per episode, then that can be a good, you know, balance of the 2 right there. So I was highly entertained by the first episode. Let me know what you all thought about it. I think by far, you know, Naomi Knight got this in the bag, but it remains to be seen what happens. You know, hopefully next week we can see Jamie in action, and then we can see, you know, Caitlyn in action, and we can get like some singles matches. So it should be interesting to see what happens. But I still think you should keep an eye on Alicia, because for some reason I think she might make her presence known in this season. But yeah, those are my thoughts for NXT Season 3, Episode 1. Looking forward to seeing episode 2. I hope people give this season a chance. I know it's women's wrestling. I know people hate the divas, but give this show a chance, folks. Let me know your feedback on it. I'm gilbertblaze, and I'm out.